Hey guys, what's going on? StormRider36 here, and today we're back with a Smite post commentary. The gameplay in the background will probably be me playing a conquest. Probably when I mid as Kukulkan, because that was a very short and fun game for me. And that's just background. No, that's just background. Just in case you want to watch this, this is going to be a really good video to do if you're play if you're doing something like homework or something else. Like, this is really just because something happened to me that I really want to talk about. I really have to talk about because it changed me, and it's weird because I like this kind of stuff usually doesn't affect me, but this did for some reason. So I'm gonna get into that right now. So I'm a big history buff. I like history. I love learning about history. I love all the dates and everything. World War II is my favorite subject just because it's so interesting. The advancements that came so quickly, like when you think about it, within 30 years they were using fully automatic weapons, panzer tanks that were almost indestructible, really powerful things just in 30 years, and it's pretty cool. But this is going to be about Rwanda, and that actually wasn't that long ago. The Rwandan genocide. I'm in a genocide class for my other civilizations general ed credit in college right now, and actually I've been learning all semester about different genocides. The Serbians against the Bosnians, the Holocaust, of course, Cambodia. Not a lot of people know about that one either, but there was a genocide in Cambodia in modern history. Actually, it wasn't too long ago, 30 years maybe. I can't remember. Just if you're interested in that, look it up. It was that was pretty bad too. But Rwanda really hit me hard, and we watched the film called Hotel Rwanda. If you haven't heard of it, it's an award-winning film. It's very well done. The guy who plays War Machine in Iron Man, right? That's his name. I hope I didn't fuck that up. He plays the main character, Paul, and he is a hotel manager who actually saves people from this genocide. And this is actually based on a true story, which really made me really think about my whole perspective on genocide and stuff. Because we all do this. We hear about the Holocaust. Yes, it was awful. Yes, it was horrible. We all know this. We never want it to happen again. But there's kind of some lackluster behind it. Like, it's a number. You don't think about the people that were there. You know that like 6 million, 7 million Jews died. You know that. But a lot of people can't fathom how many people that actually is. Like, it's crazy. And the film Hotel Rwanda really, oh my god, it doesn't hold back. It is an amazing film. Watch it. 100% watch it. It really will make you want to prevent all like racism, genocide stuff from happening, because the reason why the Rwandan genocide happened is the stupidest reason ever. It is the stupidest reason ever. And it's because of Europeans. It's because of white people that it fucking happened. And it pisses me off so much that, maybe an ancestor of mine could have been the fucking reason that 800,000 to a million people died, because we created a class system that didn't exist in Rwanda. So for those of you that don't know the history, Rwanda has always been, in conflict. It's a tiny country in Central Africa, and the Europeans had it for a long time. So they decided to play the natural people against each other, the native people. And that was by making them separate. And it was literally, they separated them by how many cows each family had. If your family had 10 cows or more, you were a Tutsi. If your family had less than 10 cows, you were a Hutu. Literally socioeconomic division. No ethnic, no racial, nothing. Just, you had this many cows, okay, you're this one. You don't, okay, you're that one. And then they started, saying, oh, well, the Tutsi are taller, the Tutsi have longer noses, and they would measure this shit. They would literally break out measuring tools to measure your nose and put you in these classes and create a division in the people of Rwanda. Like, really? Are we... Like, yeah, we're fucking greedy and shit because they did it to get the cocoa, all the fibers, all the crops, because this area of Africa is lush and beautiful and great. And they were doing it out of greed, and they ended up fucking up the entire society of Rwanda. It pisses me off so much that, you know, it wasn't even really the Rwandans' fault for that split. And then they also, the Tutsi were like the rich, obviously. They had 10 cows, so they were richer. And they were a minority, but they were put into power. So the Hutus didn't like them from the beginning because they got put into power by other people. And then it flip-flopped. So the Belgians just said, okay, now the Hutu are in charge. Deal with it. For no reason. And, you know, the Hutus were like, okay, we've been oppressed for a really long time. Fuck these people. So then they started making rules against the Tutsi because they're a minority. They can't do anything about it. And, you know, everyone let it happen. And then over time, slowly but surely, you know, the Hutus started to, you know, they started to calm down. They're like, all right, we're in charge. It's fine. It's easy. But then, you know, Tutsis started to come back into power, and then it became an outrage. You know, everybody was mad. They're like, we can't let these people come back into power. We have to keep away the oppressors, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, anti-Tutsi stuff came from the Hutus. And the reason I'm not calling it, like a lot of people will call it the Hutu tribe, it's not. It's just a classification that doesn't actually exist. It is the dumbest thing on the face of the planet, and I hate it. I hate the fact that it existed. Everybody that was in this genocide was Rwandan. That's it. That's all they should be called. The Rwandans. They're not different. Hutus and Tutsis are not different by any means. Maybe they're different. Maybe people are different by other means, but not Hutu and Tutsi anymore. And I really think that should be abolished. I don't know if it still goes on today. I hope it doesn't. I really hope it probably does, because it's ingrained in the society now, and it's so dumb. But so anyway, like I said, then the Tutsi started to come back into power. Then there was a whole civil war between the Tutsi and the Hutus, so that didn't really help anything, don't you think? And so that was happening. There was a rebel force. So the Hutus were in control of the country officially. So UN recognized them as the Hutu government, not the Tutsi government. And then, you know, the Tutsi rebels wanted to take back their country because they were people who were in exile because they didn't like the way the Hutus treated the Tutsi, so they left. So then they were coming back trying to retake Rwanda for the Tutsi. And then, you know, that prompted people to start doing slander against Tutsis, you know, calling them cockroaches, dehumanizing them, and just making it sound like they were the worst. They were the reason everything was wrong with Rwanda. They needed to be expelled. They needed to be squashed, was the literal words used by people. And this was all over the radio, too. So it's not like, you know, people were going from town to town calling them cockroaches. Everybody in Rwanda could hear them say, squish the cockroaches, cut down the tall trees. It's a famous phrase from this genocide that was said on the Hutu Power radio station. It played your favorite music, and in between your favorite music songs of the time, it would have Hutu propaganda. So, you know, you would put up with the propaganda to listen to your favorite music, and eventually it would get to you. It gets to everybody eventually. And then, you know, they got cheap machetes and cheap tools to kill people with from China. It was, oh my, it's like, there's video footage. If you have a weak stomach, don't look it up, but if you want to really see stuff, look up footage of the Rwandan genocide. People were on the streets hacking other people with machetes, cutting them open, stringing them up in trees. It was the worst. Burning homes, burning people, leaving their bodies in the middle of the road. Like in the movie of Hotel Rwanda, spoiler alert, by the way, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this movie, so if you don't want it to be spoiled or anything, I would say, I guess, don't listen to this part. But, so there's a road full of dead bodies, literally full of dead bodies, that the main character, Paul, tries to go down in a car. Now it's dark, and it's extremely bumpy because they don't know they're going over bodies, so they think that they're off the road, so they stop. He gets out, and he sees the sheer number of dead people on the road, and it was nuts, because he breaks down when he gets back to the hotel, because shocker, it's in a hotel, it's based on a hotel. Totally couldn't get that from the title, Hotel Rwanda, but he breaks down because he's a person. You see that many dead people, and you can't really fathom it unless you've seen it. Just bodies laying on the ground. No matter what you do, they're there. You can't really do anything about it. And it's just kind of like, what do you do? You know? When you're staring death in the face, which he does multiple times in the film, it's just, what do you do? You try your hardest to, you know, stay calm and everything, but, you know, if you panic, you can break down at the drop of a pin. And he, like, I don't know if this, like, it's not going to be 100% accurate to the actual representation, but the character doesn't break down. But, you know, the families that he tries to save do, and all this stuff. And the worst part about it is that the UN is there. They were in Rwanda the whole time that this was happening. But the UN did not allow the soldiers that they had there to fight back. So not only were UN soldiers killed and, you know, maimed during this, but also they kind of sat back and watched while people were dying. Same with, like, the Red Cross. Red Cross people aren't violent, so they were there trying to help people, but, you know, some Red Cross members didn't actually make it through. They were killed trying to save Tutsi children, trying to save Tutsi sick, elderly, because the Hutus saw anybody who helped a Tutsi, anyone who supported a Tutsi, anyone who wouldn't kill a Tutsi as a cockroach, so they had to be killed. And it's absolutely mind-boggling that people would go to this level over something that shouldn't even exist. And it makes me so upset and so angry that we still see versions of this today. Donald Trump putting down Muslims earlier on in his campaign. I stopped paying attention to the campaign because I don't like him. As a person, he's not a person I want as president. But I'm one person. You know, my vote doesn't matter. But if a group of people really don't like him, he doesn't have to be president. I mean, yeah, everyone says better him than Hillary Clinton. Yeah, but the whole point of this is that we get a say in who is our president. And, you know, Donald Trump is just, he's somebody who's going, he might start something bad, and I don't want to see that happen. I won't let it happen if I can stop it. That's the whole point of the class I'm in, is to make sure that genocide never happens again. But back to the film. The film just is so strong, and it makes me want to go out there and actually, like, go against where genocide, you know, intent is, or in a country where they're committing genocide. I want to, like, go help, but at the same time, you know, I know it's very, very dangerous. So it's like, you know, the battle of the mind. Do I do it or do I not? And well, at this point, I can't. I know that, but I can speak out in whatever way possible. This is my way possible. But even to the few of you who, you know, will listen to this video and actually go and look up the Rwandan genocide, the Cambodian genocide, you know, learn. It'll really blow your mind, the things people will do to each other just because of what someone else tells you is wrong with them. Like, neighbors literally walked out of their front door, walked across the street, walked into their neighbor's house, and killed all their neighbors that they've known for their entire lives. They killed them. Cold blood, took the stuff they wanted, and left. I can't even think about how that happens. But, you know, that's all I have to say for now. I want to thank you all so much for watching. This movie really is good. Go watch it. It is so good. You should 100% watch it. It won a lot of Academy Awards and, you know, all that stuff. But, you know, and, you know, spread the word. Share this video. I don't ask for that a lot, but please do. Thank you all so much for watching. Help prevent genocide in the future.